So, feedback digitally has to be regular and constant. So, just so that kids know, like usually they see our facial expressions and they hear our comments along the way, they can check in with us when they see us, but digitally, we have to be able to be that constant cheerleader, taking them along the path. And recognizing that feedback is not a grade, that feedback is actually a dialogue with our students. It's that constant dialogue about how they're doing, what their next steps are, how they're going to get to mastery at the end product. So, feedback's actually the most important along the journey of the learning, not at that end product. Because the end product is the dead end. They no longer are going to keep learning that task. They've shown you what they know, and at that point, it's kind of wasted energy to give too much feedback there. The like the lion's share of our energy needs to be given to the dialogue that happens during the learning. And we need to be aware of our intent and our tone and the format in which we're providing that feedback and think those through very, very specifically. So, one way you can give feedback is in comments. You can do this in SpeedGrader in your Canvas accounts. And you can make these fun little stickers in Canva. Canva is a tool for creating logos and banners and buttons and all kinds of things. So you can create stickers in Canva and then save all your little stickers so that you're able to use those in your comments from your Keep notebook. Bitmojis have really become a way that people can express their personality. It gives that some of that facial expression, some of that excitement that they see when they see us face to face. So using Bitmojis in our student feedback. So every time we give feedback, every time we open that dialogue on that student learning, we're regenerating the purpose for the task, expanding their thinking, being very particular with our feedback to that specific task, having it be authentic and constructive, having it have impact and be personal, and then refining a goal. So having them set a goal for where do we go next. So these are some amplifiers that expand what we are doing when we're talking to our students. So we could say yes, and, or what if we tried? How might we? Let's try to. And so with writing, it's really important to say the reader might not understand this. The reader might need more explanation. Don't say I don't understand it or I need more explanation, because then it becomes personal to you. You want it to be more general as far as anyone who reads this would need more explanation here. So these are just some ways that you can amplify and expand upon that feedback that you're providing. Embedding reflection questions within our dialogue with our students. So especially digitally, we're typing generally or audio recording, end your feedback with a reflective question for the students to take some ownership and come back with you. Because when we add those reflection questions and we expect to have a response back that gives them a reason to continue the dialogue. We don't want it to be a one-way dialogue where the teacher is giving all the feedback and the student is not talking back. So not everyone's looking for that vertical advancement. Some people just want to keep getting to that dead end, to keep getting to that final product, right? So we just need to remember that what we want for every student isn't always what they want for themselves. We need to be, aware of that conversation that we're having. So rubrics are a great way to help students see the path. They see what isn't going to cut it and what's going to be exceptional. And so they can choose kind of moving across that path one step at a time with your feedback. It also makes feedback for you super fast. It's specific to the task and it's fast. You could create a rubric with a goal setting component and a reflective component on it as well. A shared Google Doc for digital work. So for older students, I don't know that this would work with younger. With older students, then the first column is the assignment and the due date. The middle column is your feedback and what the next move is, and usually that question, right? And then your students respond in the third column. You guys can have conversations through this document throughout the year and throughout the semester. You can also one thing you can do in SpeedGrader is provide a video or an audio response to that student. You can use Screencastify, Flipgrid, Screencast-O-Matic, or Active Presenter. You could hit Command Shift 5 and record in QuickTime. Kaizenna is another tool that really provides a lot of opportunity for feedback. Catlin Tucker shows here how if you go to your format and you set it up to automatically populate here with just a few letters.
Hey, this is Catlin, and I wanted to show teachers using Google Documents how to set up really quick shortcuts to save time as they're grading within a Google Doc. So if you go into any Google document in the account you typically use to edit student work, go to Tools at the top of a document, any document in that account, click Preferences, and you're going to see all of these automatic preferences that Google has already set up for you. But at the top, there's a blank space here, so you can add your own preferences. So let's say I have a lot of students using sentence fragments. I might write frag as my kind of shortcut, and then I would put in a phrase like, fragment, this sentence is incomplete, please correct. So then, if I click OK, and I'm in a student document, so you're going to see here, actually the student did not finish this sentence. If I write, let me go into editing mode actually, so it turns up in a different color. So if I add the phrase FRAG, and then I hit the space bar, that automatic statement is going to pop up there. I didn't have to write a different comment, I didn't have to type it out, I just had my little shortcut and boom,
So tools and preferences can allow that to happen for you as well. Video project feedback, providing students feedback on video projects. So if the assessment that they did for you is something they created in video, then you can go ahead and type in either general or specific feedback, and it timestamps it, and you can share that back with the student. Another way to do feedback is through Google Forms, and so you can provide resources for incorrect and correct answers when you make it a quiz. So you make it a quiz, click answer key, and then you click incorrect or provide feedback, and you can provide both slides and videos for that. You can also do it in a short answer version, not in paragraph form, but in short answer version as well. Peer feedback is a really good way to keep students getting the feedback they need. Just remember that we need to monitor this and be sure that we have a lot of guidance and structure.